Welcome to The Dish. I'm Jalen Russell here with my colleague Jalen Gray, giving you the latest stories from the NBA this week. First up, Kobe Bryant got hurt this week, tore his shoulder. Think you should just call it quits?
Sad. This is very sad to say, but yes, Kobe being Bryant should hang it up. He's only played a total of 41 games over the last 2 seasons. That is half a season.
But 35 of those games were this past season, where he was getting 35 minutes a game. So if Byron Scott lessens that to 20 minutes a game, he can get through a season.
He signed a max contract to play starters minutes, not to be on the bench.
True.
And frankly, he has nothing left to prove. He has 5 championship rings. He's, what, 3rd all-time on the scoring list, but 4,500 points behind Karl Malone, so he's not going to catch him next year. And he's arguably the greatest Laker of all time. But
that's the qualifier that he doesn't want on his resume. He wants to be the best player of all time, which means he needs 6 rings, which means he needs to win 1 more. And with the team that they could potentially have coming back, he could do it. They've got Randall coming back off injury. You've got Swaggy P coming back under contract. Jordan Hill's probably coming back under the team option. And they could make a legitimate push to get Reggie Jackson from the Thunder. And Marc Gasol said that he wants to come to LA. So that's a pretty solid team right there that can win a championship.
Those are very ambitious goals. A lot of ifs that have to happen.
That's true, but the Lakers have done crazier things in their time. So I think they could pull it off.
We'll see.
We'll have to see. But Brandon Jennings also got hurt this past week.
Yes, he did.
He tore his Achilles. Do you think that derailed the playoff push for the Pistons?
I think it did. They've been on a good run the past, what, 16 games or so.
12-4.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of that team, the general, and he led them in points and assists. I just don't think they can recover from that blow.
That's true, but their backup point guard, DJ Augustine, has done this before. In Chicago last year, he took over for Derrick Rose, who's clearly their floor general as well. And he led the Bulls to the playoffs last year, was playing great basketball, did everything that you want a point guard to do in the NBA. So
yeah,
he has
DJ
experience.
Augustine is a good player. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but the Bulls team last year was very superior to what the Detroit Pistons look like now. And
right, but the Bulls last year were also a top half of the Eastern Conference playoff team, whereas the Pistons were trying to get the 8th seed. Which means that they only have to move up 2 seeds, and they're only 2 games back from the 8th seed right now, which is Charlotte. And Charlotte and Brooklyn, who's the 9th seed, are trying to make major moves at the trade deadline to get rid of cap room so that they can pursue new players in free agency. And Kemba Walker's considering knee surgery as well. So by process of elimination, the Pistons might just creep up into the 8th seed.
That's a good point. I guess we'll have to see what they do in the playoffs.
Guess we will. That's all we have for you on The Dish this week. I'm Jalen Russell. He's Jalen Gray. Have a good week.